y'all. No, do not adjust your screen. I am in neon. I guess I'm having like a little flashback to my childhood in the 80s when I was growing up. And I just want it to be bright and cheery and colorful today. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're listening to this on the podcast, then I am in a neon shirt today. A neon yellow green shirt today. So we are going to pick up where we left off in our little book, I've Got to Talk to Somebody, God, A Woman's Conversations with God by Marjorie Holmes. Love this book so much, y'all. It is just teaching me so much. I know I say that all the time, but it's like every one of them I read. Now, granted, I'm learning so much and it's teaching me so much because so much prayer goes into it. I pray about it all the time and I ask God to give me the interpretation of what I'm reading, to give to me what he wants me to learn from this, you know, and then be able to apply it to my life. So that's why, and who knew that the Lord was going to prompt Marjorie Holmes to write this book and so long ago, and in 2023 it was going to be touching us all. Who knew? Only God knew. All right, y'all. So let me just open this book up. I've already read those. Okay, here we go. So if you have this little book, it's on page 10. It's under the grouping, I've Got to Talk to Somebody, God. And the title of it is, I'm Tired of All These Crises. Whew. Okay, so let's see. How much are we supposed to stand, God? How much can a human spirit bear? Trial is piled upon trial, and before one crisis is survived, another bears down. I'm buffeted and bruised. I am knocked almost witless, yet I know I must keep my wits about me. I must keep my senses and remain strong. I must proceed. It is as if these crises bear human faces, and they encompass me like enemies, knocking me this way and that between them, crying for my help even as they beat me well nigh unconsciousness. God, how much more can I stand? Help me, Lord. Help me to keep my sanity and my strength. God, please take some of these interminable problems from me. Disperse them, deal with them through some other channel. Surely I have been used enough. Surely I have been pursued and called and used enough. There is not much left. Lord, restore me. Give me strength. But oh, release me for a little while too. Please give me a respite from these problems. Wow. Sister, can I relate? And I feel that we could all relate. And if you can't relate, then you are so blessed. But if you can relate, you're also blessed. I don't want to get that misconstrued. Wow. Is she in my head reading my mind? I feel like this more times than not. You know, it feels like, okay, I'm not saying it is. It feels like to me, in my life, in my situations, I feel like I'm just hit with one thing after the other. And it's like, this one don't get solved. Just like she said, one don't get solved before. Here comes another one. And it's like, I have literally caught myself telling the Lord, I'm not as strong as you think I am. Can you believe me? I'm telling God that he did something, that he doesn't know something, that he is misunderstood something, that he didn't make me the way he thinks he made me. He made me. But I'll tell him, I'm like, Lord, I'm not as strong as you think I am. You know, the Bible tells us he will only give us what we can take. He won't give us more than we can bear. And I'll just tell him, I can't bear anymore. I can't take anymore. I'm not as strong as you think I am. Please, this has got to stop. But he knows best, and I know this. Sometimes he gives me reprieve and will, you know, kind of lighten it up or go ahead and fulfill an answer that will solve a problem. Sometimes he don't. Sometimes I just have to, you know, get on through it, you know, go through it. But I love the way she is into this prayer. And I want to try to remember this for when I feel this way, because I think it's so powerful when she says, Lord, restore me. Give me strength. But oh, release me for a little while. Please give me a respite from these problems. So what this comes across to me is she's saying, Lord, if you choose not to, get rid of some of these problems and these crises that I'm dealing with, and that you're going to keep allowing them to come at me, just restore me and give me the strength that I need to get through this. But if you would, and if it's your will, just release me. If it's just for a little while, just release me. Just give me a little bit of a break from this for just a little while, Lord, please. And I mean, that is, in fact, this morning, as I was praying and talking to God about all of this, the devotions, and just, asking for his interpretation, asking for his will in all things, asking for guidance, direction. And I mean, I'm human. I have issues that I struggle with. I have things currently that I'm literally praying about that I really need the Lord to move and help me. If he don't just fix the problem, I at least need him to give me the wisdom and guidance and instructions on how to deal with the problem. And so, I was just telling him, and it's coincidental. We don't believe in coincidences, but it was just so fitting that it goes with this, because I was like, please help me not to worry. I know worry, is just not a sign of having faith, in my opinion. Help me not to be anxious. I know I shouldn't be anxious. Just help me to calm down, to be patient in the waiting, to just remember that you are in control and you've got it all and you're working it all out and you're going to help me. Be it you're going to just fix it and the whole thing's just going to be done and go away, or you're going to send help to take care of it and help me with it, or you're going to give me the wisdom to use what you've given me to fix it. So it's not like I want to put God in a box and tell him exactly how I want it done. I can tell him how I would like to see it done, how I would like to see it fixed, how I would like to see it solved, how I would like for things to go. But I'm human looking at the situation right here. He's God and he sees everything. He sees before, during, after, middle, end, side to side, frontwards, backwards. He sees it all. So he knows best. So I'm trying not to put God in a box as far as it's got to be this way, Lord. But I'm trying to, like her, okay, Lord, I mean, I know that you can do it. I know that you can fix it. I know you can handle it. I know you can take some of these crises away. But if you choose not to do it that way, the way I would really like, restore me. Give me strength. Give me strength. But if you would, for just a bit, just give me a little bit of a release. And I think that sometimes he will do that. He will give us a little bit of a release so that we can rest and gain some more strength, because you can become very weary in your spirit. You can become, just like you can in your body, you can become very weary in your spirit. And if you're like me, let me just say, when you're weary in your spirit, you're also weary in your body because it's affecting your sleep pattern. And so I become weary on both ends, like spiritual and physically. And I told him today, I'm weary in my spirit. I'm not so much weary in my body today as I'm weary in my spirit. So if you could just help me, maybe help me, maybe not focus on the situations that I'm concerned about and, praying about, kind of deflect it a little bit, kind of take it off of me just a little bit, So this is very, I basically prayed this without saying these exact words. And I had someone comment, and I responded back to her, and you'll know who you are. And she was like, sometimes she just felt like she didn't have the right words, that all she could say is help me. And I'm paraphrasing, of course. sometimes you don't need all these fancy words like Marjorie Holmes has used and very eloquently, wrote it out, and we can kind of relate because it's just like she's describing everything we're feeling. You don't have to pray like this for God to hear you and answer your prayers. Sometimes it's the simple plea, like, help me. And there have been times, y'all, in my life that I have not had the words because I would not even be able to tell anyone if they asked, what I was feeling or what, I just didn't have the words. And I would literally have to tell God, this is a time I don't have the words. I'm just going to need you to hear my heart. And I used to listen to that song all the time by Jeff and Sherry Easter, like, Hear My Heart. Because sometimes you just don't have the words, the fancy words to put it out there. And sometimes I just go to God and I say such simple words and prayers that a kindergartner could understand what I'm saying and understand where I'm coming from. You do not have to have fancy words. You do not have to be the best speaker. God just wants you to come to him raw and real. And sometimes you may have the perfect words as Marjorie Holmes has and can just spew it out there and it just flow and just sound so good. And then sometimes you just may have tears and you just may have to say, Lord, I just need you to hear my heart because I don't know how to put into words what I'm feeling. I don't know how to put into words everything that's going on. I don't know how to put into words what I need you to do for me. I just need you to hear my heart. And y'all, I'm telling you, he can and he does. So never feel that you have to say beautiful prayers that can be written in a book for people to read and think, oh, that's so pretty. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Thank God he put Marjorie Holmes here. Thank God he gave her the words. And I have no doubt he gave her these words. And I have no doubt she probably had to go through a lot of things to have those conversations with him, for him to give her this book to turn around in 2023, touch and bless us so much. I have no doubt. So thank God for the Marjorie Holmes. Thank God for the people that all they can do is say, help me, Lord. Do you know how powerful those words are? Help me, Lord. Because when you say, help me, Lord, you're not telling him what to do or how to do it, when to do it, and where to do it. You're just telling him, help me, Lord, meaning, I'm at your mercy, Lord. Just help me. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sorry, y'all. When I think of how good God is and how he just knows us so intimately. Y'all, he knows us better than we know our own selves. And that's saying something because we live with ourselves 24/7, 365. We never get a break from us. He made us and he knows us. Just like you know your children and their mannerisms. And if you don't have children and you have pets, just like you know your pets and their mannerisms and their little oddities and, things that hype them up and calm them down and their favorite snacks and all that. Your God, who created you, who made you, and thought you worth dying for, knows you so much better than you could ever know yourself. Whew. And I'm so grateful for that. Oh my goodness, he's so good, y'all. I'm telling you, when I start thinking about how good he is, the waterworks just start to flow. And I'm a crier. I cry if I'm mad. I cry if I'm sad. I cry if I'm happy. I cry when I feel the Lord. And I am not ashamed. I've had people tell me in past, I can't handle all the crying. You just cry too much. Well, this is how I feel the Lord. This is how I get that release. And this is how he has made me. Yours may be clapping. Yours may be singing. Yours may be shouting. Yours may be silent. Yours may be a silent prayer. I don't know. But however it is, you'll know. And you do know. So I'm not going to apologize for the tears because that just means that he's so near and dear to me. And I feel him so strong. And I love him so much. And I pray that you feel him today. I pray that he gives you a special touch or a special word. I pray that he let you just feel his arms wrap around you and know that he loves you. And anything you're going through, he's right there with you and he will help you. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.